The music stopped. It's like that game you used to play when you were a kid and you had to run around the chairs and you had to... Anyway, that was a long time ago. Hello everyone and welcome back to Hookster Talks. Yes, that's completely thrown me. I thought that music had about another minute to go, but it hasn't. Okay, here we go. Yes, and it's bloody hot right now in the UK. Yes, we are in the middle of a heat wave, which is only going to last today, tomorrow, and then Saturday, it's going to piss down with rain. Yes, but it's going to be 32 degrees tomorrow, apparently, or in the next few hours, because it's almost tomorrow in the UK. 32 degrees C, so it's going to be bloody hot. Maybe get up to 34 C. Poor Pooh Bear. Pooh Bear? Who's Pooh Bear? No, that's my other bear. Poor TB, that's the one. Poor TB has had to go naked. He has, because he's just too hot with all this fur on him. Look, he's just too hot. Poor TB, poor TB. Oh, I love my bear, especially even more when it's hot, because we can get all hot and sweaty, can't we, TB? Hot and sweaty. Oh, yeah. Be like little animals. Anyway, that's enough of that. Otherwise, YouTube will take me down. They've tried, they'll never succeed. No. Welcome everyone to another Hookster Talks. As I say, it's very, very hot right now. I've got to keep my eye on the PC temperatures and make sure we don't go into the red as well. Otherwise, we could be in big trouble, because anyone who streams knows that it uses a lot of your CPU resources. So I'll keep my eye on it, but we're okay at the moment. So yes, it is a hot day on a Thursday in the UK right now. And it's time for Hookster Talks. Now, we'll get straight into the title of the thumbnail, which is No More Bouncy Castles for Lulu. Because yes, I saw this on Twitter today. Let me see if I can get it out for you. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Let me see if I can drop it over there a bit. Can I drop it over there? I think I can. Let me make myself a little bit smaller. Just like that. Okay, so this comes from Chris Medland F1. And he says, I'll read this out. It's quite boring, but bear with me. The FIA steps in and issues a technical directive to reduce porpoising on safety grounds. Now, I've already mentioned this over the last few days. I said that the FIA were going to have to step in and sort this out, because they don't want multi-million-pound lawsuits from the drivers for back injuries. Imagine if one of the drivers gets a serious back injury and can't compete in the championship anymore. The ramifications of that would be absolutely hysterical. It really would. So we've got to think about this. This is what's happening right now, and so they've stepped in. I knew they would, because they're a bunch of pussies. But they have stepped in, and it says, includes the definition of a metric based on the car's vertical acceleration. Stay with me? That will give a quantitative limit for acceptable level of vertical oscillations. Now, I'm a very simple man, but I'll break that down into the fact that it's going to stop it bouncing up and down. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's what it means. Yeah, it's going to stop it bouncing up and down. So the FIA has decided to intervene following consultation with its doctors. See, I knew this would happen. In the interests of safety of the drivers. Now, it's a workplace like any other workplace, and because of that, it has to be safe. And if something is happening where the conditions are not safe, your employer has to do something about it. And the FIA is basically the employer, although, you've got the F1 teams that are employed. The drivers are employed by the teams and they get paid by the teams, but it's all under the umbrella of the FIA. So if there's something going on that is hurting the drivers that drive for them, they've got to step in and sort it out. And I knew it would, and here is the confirmation. The FIA has decided that in the interest of the safety, it is necessary to intervene to require that the teams make the necessary adjustments to reduce or to eliminate this porpoising phenomenon. Cites a number of drivers reporting back pain after recent events. So yes, so there you go. It looks like there'll be no more porpoising. I don't know whether it's going to come in quick enough for Canada, which of course is this weekend. I highly doubt it, to be honest, but it may do. It may do. And now, what does this mean for the teams that have sorted the porpoising out and the teams that haven't sorted it? Well, unfortunately, it could be bad news all round. Now, I think the worst sort of outcome for Mercedes is going to be the team that's going to be in real trouble, because they've already said that, you know, they can cure the porpoising, but their cars are going to end up about another second a lap slower, which at the moment on the Mercedes performance, it's not looking too good. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that. But of course, if this also affects the cars that have got it sorted out as well, and they end up slower, we could end up with a very sort of, I don't know, a very peculiar field in future races, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, apparently the porpoising, it's under investigation now by the FIA, and hopefully, well, they're going to sort it out. I know a lot of people like the porpoising. There's a few that I know that like the sound that it makes and the bouncing up and down. I don't like the chuff chuff noise from the in-car cockpit. It really, it's like chalk on a blackboard for me. It's a horrible noise. Yeah, but I'm just old, so forget about me. But yeah, so it looks like, anyway, they're going to come in and try and sort out the porpoising, because unfortunately it has sort of reflected quite badly on the championship, because it seems to be what everyone's talking about and not really what they should be talking about, which is the championship. So they need to sort something out to get this, you know, at a level that's acceptable, because the cars aren't supposed to bounce up and down like that. And if they are causing damage to the drivers, then something has to be done, even if it's not the pantomime that was last weekend with Lulu, because, you know, we all know that was pure pantomime. He should get a job in Coronation Street when he retires. He'd be brilliant in that, because that was the best acting I've seen. Yeah, he probably was in pain, and you know, but all the other drivers were in exactly the same situation, including George Russell, who's got exactly the same car, and you didn't see him crawling out of his and sitting on his halo. Now, from someone who's got a bad back, I'd just like to say that if you've got a bad back, the last thing you do is sit on your halo bar with your arse hanging out. That's the last thing you do, because that's going to increase the pressure on the lumbar area of your spine, which is the bit right near the bottom. Well, it's just above the sacral region of your spine, actually, but it's the main area of support for your spine. So that's the last thing you would do is sit on your halo bar. You just wouldn't do it. You just wouldn't do it, because the pain would be too much. If you're in severe back pain, the first thing you want to do is straighten yourself out. I've had that so many times, it's unbelievable. That's the only thing on your mind is to get yourself straight, and unfortunately you can't a lot of the times because you're bent forwards. But that's what you want to do. You certainly wouldn't want to sit all hunched up on the halo bar. No, that's not how it works. I actually had someone in my comments say that they were a Lewis Hamilton fan, and yet they could see that was pure pantomime. So yeah, it was. But it seems that it worked for Lewis, because now the FIA are stepping in to get something done about it. So well done, Lulu. Well done. Oscar is coming your way. Yes, the F1 Oscars. First place goes to Lewis Hamilton for Performance of the Year. Oh, it's the porpoising. It's the porpoising. Oh dear. Never mind. So we will see in the coming weeks what's going to happen with that. As I say, should be quite interesting. I just hope he doesn't mix up the field and everyone starts, you know, complaining because whoever was, you know, in a championship lead is no longer in a championship lead. You know, I hope that doesn't happen, but hopefully it won't. So there you go. Right, let's go over to my comments now. I just had my tablet charging up a little bit here. Let's see what we got. Let's go to... Oh, bloody hell, it is hot. It is hot. I'm already feeling it. Just sitting here, tell you. Already feeling it. I might have to go to the lads a bit earlier because this heat is doing me in. Right, anyway. Let's have a look and see what the lovely comments are we got. Oh, I'm top of the tree. Thank you. Thank you, YouTube. Scott Barnes is in the house. Hello, Scott. He says, "Hi, Dave. Hope you're well." Yes, thank you. Apart from hot, I'm all right. Apart from being very, very hot. Matthew D'Souza says, "Hello, TB and Dave." Hello, Matthew. It's the porpoising. It's the porpoising. That's going to be my new meme now, isn't it? It's the porpoising. That's why I can't beat George Russell. It's my bloody excuse anyway, and I'm sticking to it. Hope Hamilton is okay though. Yeah, I'm sure he will be, Matt. I'm sure he will be. He said he was fine for Canada, so yeah, you know. That's another thing that makes me laugh. They've got some of the best, you know, therapists that follow them around everywhere. You know, best in the field. So any problems, and it's like, oh, come on, we'll give you a massage and whatever. So, you know, they're all right. They'll be fine. You know, us mere mortals, we have to wait 2 years for the NHS, but they're like straight away, yeah. So yeah, I'm sure they'll be fine, Matt. I'm sure they'll be fine. Mr. Plynor Plessy, hello sir. F122 is unrealistic. No porpoising. I agree. I remember they said a few months back that they weren't going to have porpoising in the game, which is totally unrealistic. Now talking about F122, I have seen a video of at the start of the career mode, and as you know, career mode is basically what I do on my channel. I do lots of other things as well, but obviously the career mode is like the, you know, the main structure of it, and I'm very disappointed. I can't see very much difference in the career mode between 22 and last year's, to be honest. It looks pretty much exactly the same again. So I'd like to know what sort of improvements they've made in other areas, because they certainly look like they've just copy-pasted last year's career mode. So hopefully they've done a lot of work in the other areas, like the handling, which definitely needed a massive tweak, and not on the bad side, but on the good side, because it was, yeah, it was more frustrating last year's game to play than it was to actually enjoy yourself, and that's why a lot of people lost interest in 2021 very, very quickly. In fact, a mere 6 weeks after release, people were saying, "Nah, I can't bother with this game." 6 weeks, that's very, very bad, especially for a racing game, that 6 weeks after it comes out that people are saying, "No, I can't be bothered." But that's what was happening. I was seeing it all over the show. They just couldn't be bothered with it, because mostly to do with the handling. I mean, if you don't believe me about 2021 handling, get yourself a copy. It's probably about a £5 now. I don't know. But anyway, get yourself a copy and go round Portimao. Portimao, yes, go round Portimao, because that has got some serious undulations. And I guarantee you, you will not do 10 laps before you spin out. In fact, you may spin out every single lap, but you may be, if you're a good driver, you'll be all right. But within 10 laps, you will spin out at some point at Portimao, because that's just the way the handling model is. It's just horrible, absolutely horrible. Helium Trophies in the house. He says, "God, it's awful." There you go. You heard it here first, everyone. Helium Trophy says, "God, it's awful." Yeah, I don't know. Where have these improvements come from? I'm hoping that for 2022, the handling has been improved. I hope so. My fingers, my toes are crossed, because we need to use it in our league. And if it's no good, we've got to go back to F1 2020 again. Yes, if it's no good, we've got, you know, people are now reaching the stage of boredom with 2020, which is understandable. We've played it a lot, and we've done a lot of leagues on it, lot of races on it. So people are getting fed up with it. But we just need the handling to be okay, so we can use 22. Because otherwise, oh my god. But yeah, looking at it, it doesn't look much different from last year's game. If I'm in back pain, I just want to lie down. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Just want to lie down. That's what a lot of people want to do. As I say, sitting on the halo bar with your arse hanging out is not really what you want to do. But it's worked. Now the FIA have stepped in, yes, on safety grounds. Now, I'll tell you a little story about this, unrelated to F1. But as a lot of people will know, I am also a science fiction nerd. Yes. So I like all the Star Wars and the Star Trek. And in fact, a lot of the lads in the league give me a lot of piss taking because of the fact that I am a, you know, they even get both of them joined together and they call it Trek Wars, just to wind me up. That's what they keep calling it, Trek Wars. It's purely just to wind me up. It is. But anyway, I'm quite a sci-fi geek, so here's a little thing for you. When Patrick Stewart started Star Trek: The Next Generation in 1987, they gave him a one-piece spandex suit to wear. Now, all through the first and the second season of The Next Generation, Patrick Stewart spent a lot of time in at a chiropractor, getting his back and his neck and his shoulders sorted out because he was in a lot of pain. Now, obviously, at some point, the dots and the I's had been crossed, and they were working out that the reason why he was getting all this pain is because the spandex suit that he was wearing was, as I say, one piece, which means it went from his neck all the way down to his bottom of his legs. So it was all in one piece. So every time he moved, you know, if you had to do an action scene or whatever, every time he moved, the whole of the one piece moved with him. And what was happening was this one piece spandex suit was pulling down on his neck and his shoulders, and that's what was giving him the pain. Now, at the start of season 3 of Star Trek: The Next Generation, anyone who's a die-hard, avid Star Trek fan will know, they had suddenly reverted to two-piece suits. So you could see there was like this band at the stomach where it was actually divided, and there was a pair of trousers as the second piece. Now, this applied to everyone, so everyone was wearing these new suits, and this was purely because they didn't want to get a lawsuit from Patrick Stewart because of the injury that he was getting from this one-piece suit. And of course, you know, we would have been talking, even in the 80s, millions and millions of pounds in damages. If Patrick Stewart had been forced to wear this suit continuously and it had carried on, obviously he would have had quite a bit of damage to his back, and then we would have gone into lawsuit territory, you see. So to avoid that, they changed to a two-piece suit, and that two-piece suit was worn for all the rest of the series, and everybody was wearing it as well. And it actually caused another famous effect, which has probably got quite a few memes about it, about Patrick Stewart, is every time he stood up, he would pull down on this suit, because obviously now, because it was two-piece, it would ride up when he stood up, so he had to pull it back down again. And it was sort of in pretty much every episode from season 3 onwards. You could see him standing up and pulling this suit down, but you know, it was a solution to the problem, and it worked. So they avoided a lawsuit. Patrick Stewart was happy because he could move a lot better and breathe a lot better in this two-piece suit. And away you go, because as I said earlier, if you're in the workplace, you know, your employers have a responsibility for your safety. And if your safety is being put at risk by something that you're doing for your employer, which is, you know, wearing a spandex suit to be on camera, then obviously they've got to step in. And that's exactly what the FIA are doing now. They're stepping in because they do not want multi-million-pound lawsuits from the F1 drivers, because I think by the end of one of the seasons, maybe not this season, but maybe next season, if it carries on as it is, one of the drivers will pull out and have to retire because they'll have quite a serious injury to their back. It's going to happen. You're going to get one of the really, really bouncy circuits, and they're going to do a serious damage to their back because they sit so low to the ground that there's just no way that's not going to be avoided if the cars are bouncing up and down as well. So yeah, it's going to happen. The FIA know it's going to happen, so that's why they've stepped in to say, okay, we'll do something about it. And so what's going to happen, I don't know. It's all going to be mixed up. I think as far as Canada, because it's only in like 2 days. In fact, they're there now. Obviously, it's Thursday, so they're there now. So I don't think it's going to affect Canada whatsoever. It should carry on as it is. But from the next Grand Prix, I don't know. And don't forget, of course, we've got 4 Grand Prix in July. Yes, almost back-to-back, but there is a fortnight break. But there is 4 in July because there's 5 weeks in July. So there's a lot of Grand Prix in July. So I don't know what's going to happen there. Whether they're going to get this change put in, or are they just going to leave it until after the summer break and then implement. I don't know. But if the FIA's trying to get it intervened, then I think it'll happen pretty quickly, to be honest. And so after Canada, it could be implemented then. And then we'll see what happens. Plynal Plessy says, I wonder why some of... Oops, as my tablet just decides to die. Come back. Thank you. I wonder why some of these F1 YouTubers keep saying that F1 22 is the best F1 game ever. I would rather play F1 2010. Well, I can tell you the answer to that, Mr. Plynal Plessy. It's called Lovely Lovely Lolly. Lovely Lovely Lolly. Yes. Of course the big F1 YouTubers get paid to say something nice, because in return they get the opportunity to get the game early, which means they get to play the career mode possibly 5 to 7 days ahead of everyone else. And that, of course, means oodles and oodles of views. And those views make those big YouTubers lots and lots of cash. So if they don't get money directly from EA or Codemasters, they are getting money that way through loads of views for the videos, because they can do them 1 week earlier than everyone else. So that's the reason why they say, ooh, these games are beautiful. Best game ever. Best game ever. But it's not though, is it? It's not. No, it's not. I always find the career modes interesting on whatever F1 game it is. But for everything else about the game, nah. F1 2010 was a rarity. It was a game that was so good, it should never have had a sequel. It should have just stayed as it was, and they should have just updated that game every year until we moved on to new consoles, and then they would have had to have made a new one anyway. But yeah, that's what they should have done, just updated that one every year. But no, they brought out F1 2010 and they decided, right, we'll just, for 2011, we'll just completely rewrite it from scratch again. And what happened? It was a complete and utter bloody disaster. The handling was rubbish. The cars all handled like bloody speedboats. Oh, it was horrible. 2011. Horrible. And it was only 1 year after 2010. Codemasters, how can you make such a mistake in 1 year? Well, they did. But they did exactly the same with the Grid game, didn't they? Grid was quite possibly an ultimate classic game. And then Grid 2 came out, and it was just unbelievable. Oh, hello. My camera froze. It's come back. We're all right. And then Grid 2 came out, and it was just absolutely unbelievably shite, wasn't it? In fact, it was so shite, I'm pretty sure that wasn't even made by the same people who made Grid. I'll have to investigate that, but I don't know. It just didn't seem like it was. And I didn't get the structure of Grid 2 at all, and it was boring. It was very, very hard, no matter what level you were on. And I did work out, because I have just finished it a few months back, it had horrible rubber banding on it, which meant that, because I did do an experiment on it, I just kept turning the difficulty level down to see if I was right. And in some of the races where you had like one other car that you had to beat, even when you turn the difficulty right down to really easy, the car behind you was still right up your Jack Jones, which meant that there was a rubber band effect for the game, which meant that the car was stuck behind you, didn't matter what difficulty you were on. So that was going back to Gran Turismo 2 when that happened with the rubber banding. It was horrible, really was. And it was just a crap game. Everyone just loved Grid. Grid was an absolute classic. It pretty much came out of nowhere, because nobody knew that, we all were expecting the next Toka game to come out for PS3, but then suddenly Grid, and we're like, Grid? What's that? Of course, they made it Grid Race Driver just to, keep the connection going with the last game. But it was Grid. This was a new format called Grid, and everybody loved Grid. I don't think anyone can say that Grid was not a great game. But then Grid 2 came out, and it was just like, what the hell is that? They did redeem themselves a little bit with Grid Autosport. I'm playing at the moment. That's not a bad Grid game, but it's just, yeah, Grid was still the best. And it's the same with the F1 games, unfortunately. I feel like there's been a case every year since, people saying that F1 whatever year is the best one, best. Yeah, they do. They do. It's the old story, unfortunately, of diminishing returns. You you make something that's great. Let's go away from F1 a minute and let's look at a car. Okay, someone brings out a car. It's the best car you could ever have. It's got everything on this car. Fully air conditioned, everything, every feature on the dashboard you could ever want in a car is there. It drives itself on motorways. Everything. There is nothing on this car that you would never ever need in life. It's all there. So the question is, what do you do with the next car that you've got to build? How can you improve on that? You can't. And that's where diminishing returns come in, because you make something great and then the next thing that you make isn't going to be as great. It can't be, because you've already made the greatest car ever made. And so it's a case of diminishing returns. So the next car is going to be, well, a little bit worse, in fact. And then the next one will be, well, a little bit worse, and so on and so forth. Until eventually you end up with a product which bears no resemblance whatsoever to the original car. And there you go. That's exactly what happens, unfortunately, in computer games as well. The first one seems to come out and it's brilliant. Everyone loves it, and then slowly over time, sequel after sequel after sequel. I mean, some of these games, F1 in particular, how many have we got now? I think this is game 38, I think, F1 22, if you include all the PS1 games that were, the same game, the F1 99s and what. I think this is about game number 38 of F1 on the PlayStation. So yeah, that's a lot of F1 games. So yeah, obviously at some point you're going to reach, a point of diminishing returns where it's not going to be as good. It's not going to be as good. The only time that's going to change is when someone comes up with a completely, revised physics engine, a completely revised everything, and basically starts from scratch again, which is not what Codemasters have done. That F1 22 will still have elements of F1 2015 in it, because it's just gone on from game to game. There'll still be elements of F1 2015 in it, because they haven't touched it since then. They haven't really. All they do is update it. They haven't done anything else to it. And so the only way we're going to get a fresh, brand new game is if someone else does it, obviously. But the trouble with that is nobody else wants the F1 license, because it really doesn't make as much money as people think. It doesn't sell as much as many people think either. If you look at the top 30 list of games, now unfortunately these days they hide their sales targets for these games. So if you look online, it's very difficult to see any sales targets for games. But F1 will only manage to be in a top 30 of games. Only in the top 30. It'll probably end up about 25th, and that's about as high as they ever get in sales. They do not sell as many as people think. They get lots of sales in the first few weeks, but after that, boing, it just drops sharply. So yeah, there we go. Paramount Plus is coming next week, which means Star Trek Discovery will be on there at last. Yes, it will. I did actually see the last series. It was on Pluto, but I hate that Pluto TV. It's horrible, because you can't record it, and it's all live, and you have to watch it as it's like going back to the 1930s. Yeah, when television used to all be live, and you had to watch it live. I'm like, what kind of Harry Potter sorcery is this? No, so I did watch it though, Discovery on there, but yeah, it was. Never, I doubt it'll be on there this year, will it? Now they've got Paramount Plus, so that's it. Still think it's a good idea to do one season on 2021 if the handle is more comparable to F1 2022. Also helps the price reduce. True. Very true. Patrick Stewart was on Top Gear once. Clarkson said that he was the most famous guest he ever had, and Patrick said, "This must be a terrible show." Yes, Patrick was always one for demeaning himself. When he got the job for Star Trek, he had on his dressing room door for the whole 7 years that he filmed the show, unknown Shakespearean actor, and he had that on his door for the whole 7 years that he filmed the show. Unknown Shakespearean actor, because that's how he was cast, because nobody knew him. Nobody knew him, but he was very famous Shakespearean actor over here and in America as well. But yeah, apart from that, nobody knew him much, so that's what he had on his door. Fantastic. Truer words have never been spoken. Yes. I am Patriots here. Dave, hello sir, welcome to the stream. We support Studio Liverpool for F1. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. It's such a shame that they closed down. It really was. I did love the Studio Liverpool games. I mean, F1 2001, when that came out for the PS2, everyone on the planet lost their shit for that game, didn't they? Oh my God. It was just epic. Unfortunately, as the months went past, we realised that it was quite bugged, the game, because there was no tyre wear. You could do 100% race and the tyres didn't wear out. The fuel was a little bit ridiculous as well, because, you know, you could half fill the tank and it would take you right to the end of 100% race on a half a tank. So the fuel didn't work very well either. But it was the first game, so you've got to give them a little bit of breathing room. It was all experimental at that stage. The actual game, though, the handling of the cars was beautiful. It was perfection. It really was. Really was. And if you managed to put that super cheat in, which a lot of people did, because it was very, very easy to do, you could actually get ABS and traction control on the harder difficulty levels, which meant that you could have a very good season indeed with your traction and your ABS switched on, you know, with the AI, because they were really aggressive. And I used to do that all the time because unfortunately after the middle level you had to run it with no traction, and that was pretty impossible. It was very, very difficult on a pad to play that game without traction control and ABS. But you could put this little cheat in and you could do it on the hard, and I used to have great fun. But everything was just right about that game. The handling was just spot on. The physics, as I say, had a few problems. Most of those was the fact that the AI couldn't see you, and so if they were behind you, they would smack you straight in the rear end or barge you out of the way because they couldn't see you at all. That was how it's programmed. Yeah, unfortunately they couldn't see you. Now they fixed that for the game afterwards, F1 2002, but for that one, yeah, there was a few problems. But it was the start. It was the start of great things for Studio Liverpool. And as I say, we just loved it. We lost our shit. And that beginning music, just, you probably got that in your head right now, that beginning music, it was just beautiful. Beautiful F1 game. Because don't forget, we'd had so many PS1 games with basically the same looking graphics, because they couldn't improve the graphics of the PS1. You know, it was being pushed to its limit as it was, and so the graphics we got was going to be it. And then this PS2 game came out from Studio Liverpool, and we were like, what is this? What is this? Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And it was great. Absolutely great. Really was. Championship Edition comeback. Yes, that was, in most people's opinions, the best F1 game ever. And I would agree. It even tops F1 2010, only for the fact that it just had everything. Really did. And the graphics and everything even looked better than 2010, but that was because they decided on 2010 for some strange reason to use that filter, sort of brownie filter, to make everything look, I don't know, it was supposed to make it look more realistic, but I just think it made it look brown. So yeah, so the colours were spot on Championship Edition, and it was just perfect. Obviously it had a few flaws. You had the rev limits if you went off track, which was a little bit disappointing to carry that on from F1 2006, because it really didn't work very well. But apart from that, the game was bloody brilliant. Loved it. And it's such a shame that was their last game, but there you go. Just think what they could have done with that engine on the PlayStation 3 if they'd have continued. Doesn't bear thinking about, does it? Fantastic. No more EA game. I agree. Grid Autosport was decent, but the handling was poor in my opinion. Yeah, the handling's not too good, I must admit. Yeah. And unfortunately, I noticed that the cars seem to do... See, I do a lot of experiments on these games, and I can tell you that if you pick a race, go into the first corner, yeah, and then quit and restart again, the car ahead of you does exactly the same thing every single time. So it's scripted and preset. because this car ahead of me suddenly veers off right to the left and then comes back on again. And I thought, that's rather strange behaviour for a car. And I thought, well, you know, it must be a one-off. So I reset, did it again, and it did exactly the same thing in exactly the same way. It veered off to the left and then came back on the circuit again. So yeah, I did that 3 or 4 times, and it did it every time. So yeah, it's all scripted. But yeah, the handling not too good. The actual game's pretty decent, but the handling, yeah, not too good. Yours and TB's thoughts on Ricciardo performance at Baku? Well, I thought his performance was pretty decent. It was just unfortunate we had that little spat with about who's going to pass and who's not going to pass with Lando. Lando, we love you, Lando. God, it's pathetic, isn't it, really? The amount of fangirls he's got, it's just ridiculous. It really is. But yeah, so that was a bit disappointing. And I did feel Lando was being a bit of an arse when they said about passing, and he went, no, the last time that was for strategy. This time it's for position. And I thought, oh, get you, Lando Norris, with your I live in Monaco now, and I've got a YouTube channel, and I'm bloody popular, and yes, that's what I thought. I thought, you little arse, But yeah, apart from that, very impressive indeed. JW97, Jesus, a clean shaved. No, I am Jesus. That's me. Yes, I'm Jesus. Jesus Christ revisited. Yes. If Vettel didn't misjudge his braking, he would have beat the porpoising Mercedes. He would have done. I think Vettel would have finished P4 if not for the mistake. Yes, I agree with you. Sebastian Vettel did very well. I know I've been a critic of Sebastian Vettel, and for good reason. He hasn't done very well indeed, but he in that race at Baku he did bloody well, and he did a lot better than his teammate Mr. Lance Stroll, who I don't know. Whoever gave him the job? Oh, it was his dad. That's right. Yeah, because there is zero talent there. There really is zero talent. You always know when you're a good driver or not, and that's in the radio messages. Okay? Now, a good driver, when he crashes into the wall, yeah, he'll come back on the radio and say, oh, God, I'm sorry, guys, I'm sorry. Oh, no, I've crashed it. And then your engineer will be going, look, it's okay. It's okay. You were pushing, you were doing your best. It's no problem. It's no bad. We prefer it if you were doing that than not at all. So that's what you get. And that's a good driver. That is a good driver. And then you've got Lance Stroll. Bang, into the wall. I think I've crashed again. Might want to check my wing. Yeah. I think wing might be a bit damaged. Yeah. It's damaged. Yeah. Okay. And that's Lance Stroll. Unbelievable. Just you know. There's your difference. Leclerc is coming for victory. Rumours say he's going to a monastery for 2 days. Bad luck us. Half a Ferrari team. A monastery. Wowzers. Love it. It's amazing seeing Alonso driving. He's still got it. He has still got it. You know, it is amazing. I mean, he's over 40 now, isn't he? He's got to be. I think he was 39 when he quit the last time, didn't he? And he's come back. So he's got to be over 40 now. Amazing. But don't forget, of course, Nigel Mansell. It's Mansell. He did win the championship. I think he was 44. Was it in 92? Was he 44? 42? I think he was in his 40s anyway when he won the championship. So it is possible for an old geezer to still be okay. Not these days, unfortunately, because of the way things work and their fitness levels. Once you get past 37. Hi, Lewis. It's a little bit of a problem. But yeah, you can do it. I did laugh. There was a lot of controversy about the reason why Lewis was having such a problem is because he's 37 years old and his bones couldn't take the... Leave it out. Jesus Christ. He's as fit as a butcher's dog, for Christ's sake. Nah, I don't subscribe to that theory. Imagine him with a top team. Yes, it would be impressive, I must admit. Just wait for Canadian embarrassment this weekend. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Canada, and you've got Latifi, and you've got Stroll. Quite possibly Canada's finest two drivers. Yes. I mean, what have they had really, Canada? Let's face it. Apart from Jack Villeneuve, but he was French-Canadian. Does that even count? I don't know. Possibly not. But, if you live in Canada, you would probably be saying right now, yes, of course it counts. Yes, it does. Yes, because he won a world championship, so we're having him. We're having him. Jack Villeneuve, yes. Bloody good bloke. Bloody good bloke. Will says Mansell was 39 when he won the 19... There you go, 39 when he won the 1992 World Drivers' Championship. So he was pretty much pushing 40 and he still won it. Alonso will be 41 next month. Wowzers. Wowzers. A moustache is needed for a title of 40 plus. You're right, it is. A moustache is a legal requirement, or at least it was in the 70s. You couldn't win without a moustache. It was to do with the aerodynamics. Yeah, the aerodynamics. It made you go faster. Yeah, because don't forget, of course, they all had open crash helmets in those days. Didn't have all the, the full, it was all open from like this bit down, wasn't it? All open. So the moustache, I'll tell you what, that made all the difference. Really did. Mansell was 41 when he won his last race in 19... There you go. I knew he was 41 at some point when he won his last race in 1994. But in 1995, he left as he couldn't fit in the car. Yes. Oh dear, that was the famous McLaren, wasn't it? That he couldn't fit into, but surprisingly enough, Mark Blundell could. Yes. So I don't know what happened there. Now, a lot of people said that was because he went off to do IndyCar, or a Champ Car as it was back then, and the thing about Champ Cars is no power steering. So, and so he'd really built up a lot of bulk in his shoulder area, and that's why he couldn't fit in to the very sort of narrow McLaren car. Basically, I just think he was too fat. Yeah. I think that was the reason, really. Yeah. He just eaten too many hamburgers and Big Macs in America, and he just got too fat and couldn't fit into the car. Yeah. I love the fact that he almost got a Jordan drive. You know that after he left McLaren, he was going to go for Jordan. Yeah, at the last minute. And then his agent rang him up and said, why on earth would you want to go backwards even more in a Jordan? I don't forget this was 96 or whatever, 95. So, the Jordan wasn't doing too well then. He said, why on earth would you want to go backwards in a car like that? And he said, no, you're right. And so that's when he retired. What about the Canadian that keeps appearing on your streams? Well, he might be coming up in a moment. We will find out. We will find out. And Stroll and Latifi are from Montreal. Yes. Well, that's definitely in Canada, so they definitely qualify as Canadians. Much as Canada probably doesn't want them to be Canadians, unfortunately, they've got them, so there's nothing they can do about it. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's not like they're French Canadians and they can just, when they do badly, they can say, well, they're more French than Canadian, to be honest. Yeah. No, they're more French than Canadian. They can't do it because, they're from Montreal, so that's it. Definitely Canadians. Well, they could still be French Canadians, but I don't think they are. The balance of the Ferrari should see one of them win in Canada. If they don't, then it's because they've messed it up again. That's true. That's true. So, Ferrari, if you notice in the last Grand Prix at Baku, a lot of cars that didn't finish or their engines blew up had Ferrari engines in them, which means they have developed a car that's fast but fragile, unfortunately. Now, this is a trend with Ferrari. They have done that before. They have, made cars that are fast but fragile. So we're going to have to watch out for this, because if this continues, I think Maxi Boy is going to just be laughing all the way to the bank, because he'll just be gone if Red Bull managed to keep the reliability they've had in the last few races, because they have had good reliability, unlike when they started the season. So we will see what happens there. We will see. Oh, what, Dave? Dave, you're pronouncing moustache incorrect. Yeah, am I? How do you... moustache, that's right, isn't it? Moustache. Moustache, is that it? Moustache. That's it. Oh, I don't bloody well know. It's that bit under there, isn't it? Yeah. Shut up. Have you ever watched a detective series called Grace? I definitely recommend it to everyone in the comments. No, Matt, I've never seen that. I'll have a look. I'll have a look. Just read news. Stroll's dad just bought all the F1 teams. I wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't be surprised me. Yeah. I wonder if he's got any more sons as well. Old Stroll. I wonder if he has. Or daughters, really, because it doesn't matter, does he? He'll get them all in F1. They'll all be in there. Baby Stroll will be a new champion next year. Yes, indeed. 1997 was the year Mansell almost raced for Jordan. There you go. Yeah, that was the one. In actual fact, that probably would have been a good idea because that was the year that Jordan really come up, wasn't it? 97. Yeah, so, it would have been for 1997 when Mansell was trying for Jordan but couldn't meet his wages, so they went with Ralph and Fizzy. Yes, wages. Always a question mark for ex-world champions, isn't it? Wages. French Canadians too. His daughter is going to be a pop star. Oh my God. Please no. Please no. This is getting silly now. Lawrence Stroll's gonna take over the blinking world. Oh wait, someone else is already having that idea. Sorry, out of luck. Out of luck, Lawrence. Out of luck, mate. Okay. So, I've got to wrap up now. Bloody hell, I've been on 51 minutes already. So, I've got to wrap up now. And so, we've had the Grand Prix at Baku. I've mentioned this before, but it was an interesting race. Not that exciting. I'd give it about 6.5 out of 10. There was a few things going on. Not many overtakes and not really much excitement for me. I do like the crashes. And I like the unpredictability of things going wrong and, you know, pit stops going wrong and stuff like that. Wasn't a lot of that going on, so yeah, I'll give it 6.5. But the racing was very decent, but as I say, not very many overtakes, so can't really give it much there. But anyway, we move on to Canada. This weekend, it's the Canadian Grand Prix. One of the favourites for the drivers, of course, we've got Champions Wall. How many times is Stroll going to hit that and go? Yeah, I've crashed the car again. Yeah, crashed the car. I think the wing's damaged. Yeah. How many times are you going to do that this weekend? I'm going to say 3 times over the whole of the weekend. Practice, qualifying, and the race. 3 times he's going to crash at the Champions Wall. There you go. That's my prediction. So for top 3, well, if Ferrari get it right, it should be a Leclerc in first place, possibly Max in second, and Carlos Sainz in third. But we will see what happens. Anyway, it's time now to join the fun part of the show, he says. Let's just check the messages before I disappear. The Moaning Yorkshireman is a YouTube genius. Really? Okay, Mr. Wheel F1, I will take your word for it. No, you're quite right. He's a YouTube genius. No one else can do the crawl room one week and then try and fix up his battered up old Sinclair C5 the next. It is pure genius. He's like Forrest Gump. He is. He's like Forrest Gump. You never know what you're going to get. No, he's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get inside. That's the Moaning Yorkshireman. Yeah, quite simply. There he is. Genius. Absolutely. I would never have thought of that. No. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the crawl room. Yes, where we take the piss out of all the drivers. Yeah, trying to strip the paint off this C5, and it's going pretty bad. It won't come off, mate. Won't come off, will it? Ah, fucking hell. I'm going to give up. I'm going to throw this fucking thing in the bin. Yeah, fucking C5. What do I buy this shit for? I don't know. In 1997 in Argentina, I think that was when Ralph and Fisichella had a collision. I do believe that was. Yes, I think you're right there. Stroll is going to smash his car into 1 million pieces? Only 1 million pieces? Well, he's slipping then, isn't he? Lance Stroll is decent but inconsistent, and I hope he does well this weekend, to be honest. And Latifi, though, I don't care much about him. No, Latifi's... I mean, it's a pretty sad state of affair when Lance Stroll is actually the better driver than Latifi, isn't it? It's a pretty sad when that's all you can compare, really. Yeah, it's pretty sad. Baby Stroll is not worthy of being an F1 driver. He just spends his dad's money. Quite true, quite true. He does indeed. Does indeed. Anyway, I'd just like to say thank you so much for joining us. You've been awesome as always. Now it's time to see... I don't know. Now I have restarted my computer, so hopefully we'll be okay. We've had a few technical issues before. But let's have a look now. Let's see. If anybody's going to answer us this week. Right. Bear with me, please. It's all live. It's all live. Live and interactive. Yes. Press the red button now and you'll receive a £5 bonus. Yes. From YouTube. Not from me, from YouTube. Yeah, they're giving everyone £5. I don't know why. What do you mean there's no red button? Bloody YouTube. Right, so we've got to get rid of that one. What else are we going to get rid of? Got to get it down to 8. What have we got? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14? Oh my god. That's way too many. That one. That one. That one. That one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. God. 9. Gotta get rid of. Oh. Okay, there we go. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it's going to work. We don't want no problems tonight, do we? Come on. Work your magic. Work your magic. Is it working? Oh, I can hear it. It's working. Bloody hell. It's amazing what happens when you reset your computer, isn't it? Come on, you Sassenix. Answer the bloody phone.
Oh, why? Hello, Dave.
Oh, God. Why is it always the Canadian that answers first? Hello?
No, that's because you called me first, Dave.
No, I called 8 people all at once. You were just having to pick it up. Yes, 8 people all at once. You just made to pick it up. What on earth are you doing? It's all. Why is it all dark? It's all.
Well, I'm covering the camera with my finger because I'm not wearing a shirt.
Are you naked again?
Well, I'm half naked. I'm wearing a shirt, so
well,
I don't know if I'm allowed to be.
Well, no, you're all right if you're half naked because I need the views. So don't. Oh my God.
Oh.
Hello.
All right. Well, I'll just go shoulders up here.
Yeah.
Just finished eating some lunch, hanging out with Stinky Baby. I don't know about you, Dave, but or I don't know what the weather is like in England, but it's like 35 degrees Celsius here. Wow. With humidity, so it feels like it's over 40. So staying indoors today, keeping hydrated, and staying cool most of all. Yeah, exactly. That's the 3 most important things for me today.
I like it. I like it. So, Mr. Orlando, I do believe you're Canadian.
Yes, I am.
You are. How far away from the circuit are you? In miles.
I am 6 hours away.
6 hours. Bloody hell, Canada's a big place, isn't it?
It is a big country, yeah.
I have looked it up on the map actually, and you know what? It even beats that other place that we don't talk about these days. You know the one.
Yeah, yeah.
That big
No,
place.
it's a big country. Yeah, yeah.
It is indeed. It is indeed. So, are you going to be rooting for Canada's two favourite drivers this weekend, as usual, Mr. Stroll and Mr. Latifi?
Yes and no. I mean, I don't want anybody to do poorly. Like nobody should be rooting for anybody to do a bad job. But yeah, I don't think they're my favorite to win or favorite to place top 10.
Are they your favourite to crash?
Favorite to finish. Let's be honest. Yeah, favorite to finish. So
how many times will Stroll hit Champions Wall? Predictions, please.
Maybe only once.
Only once.
Maybe
wow.
once.
He's definitely improving as a driver then.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Maybe we can have a little wager, Dave, actually.
We should do,
How many times across all of the drivers, how many cars will make contact with Champions Wall this week?
That's good.
That'll be a good
that's good.
A good little side
yeah, I like that.
Side thing, yeah.
Yes, I do.
My guess, including practice sessions.
Yeah.
Let's include practice sessions. I would say 3.
3. Well, I'm going to take your 3 and I'm going to raise it and I'm going to say 5. There you go.
You think 5 Formula 1 cars?
5 Formula 1 cars are going to be champions.
Not 5 Formula 1 cars, but 5 cars are going to hit.
Yes.
That wall. That's incredible. That's an incredibly high number.
Hello. Looks like we've got someone else in the chat now. Look out, everyone. The plant pot has arrived. I can't.
Yeah,
Joe? Hello?
Yeah, you can me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just getting some clothes on. 1 sec.
Oh, God.
Oh, you're copying me. You see what I mean? Like, I'm not wearing a shirt and he's not wearing a shirt.
Yeah, it's not
BS.
It's not as hot as that here. It's about 27 C. It's going to be 32 tomorrow, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish it was 27 Cs.
Which for England is bloody hot. Bloody hot.
Yeah.
What's up, Hookster?
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Yeah. What's up, Hookster?
Oh, God. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
That's exactly what I said. I don't know what Joe's doing. What is that in the background, Joe? I can't.
I was wondering that too.
I don't know what that is. Oh, Stinky Baby's off. She's off.
Oh, they actually let Dom downstairs? He's in a different room today.
I know, it's very weird, isn't it? I can't understand how he's just told everyone that it's 35C where he is and he hasn't got the fan on. What's going on there, Dom? Why wouldn't you have the fan on if it was that hot?
We go by Fahrenheit, so I forget the conversion Fahrenheit to Celsius.
Oh, 35C, Don, is very hot. Put it like that. In Fahrenheit, it's very hot. I haven't got my thingy with me, so I can't. Will F1 in the chat says, this channel needs an age restriction. I quite agree. I should be banned, definitely, because I'm way too old. What's going on now? Hello? Nice seating fan, Dom, from Matty in the chat. Oh my God! Wait a minute. It's prison officer Plant Pot. Hello.
Hello, Dave. Just adjusting my camera here. Let's see. Close out of
Don't be doing no weird shit, Joe.
No. Everything's totally fine. Let's have a look over here.
I wouldn't say fine.
Where's Dom gone to, David?
I've no idea. Oh, hang on. Stinky Baby's back, so here he is. There he is. He put a shirt on.
Guys. I had to take the little stink out for a piss, so.
Lovely. That's just the information we need on Hookster Talks. That's quality stuff.
My
Right.
sincerest apologies for having such a messy apartment. I am going to clean it now, actually, on Hookster Talks.
Wow.
Yeah, Dom, I was just wondering why you said to me it was 35C and you haven't got the fan on.
Well, I have air conditioning, Dave, in the house.
I've got air. Did you hear that, Jamie?
No, I don't
I've
say
got,
that
did you see the
arrogantly.
way you
I
said it
mean,
all?
I say
Oh
that
well,
factually.
I've got air conditioning, don't you know? Don't you know? Not like you
Dave, I
English. Not like you English. No,
Like-
you know. We
Like
got
Dave, I
aircon over
don't
here.
need a perpetually running like ceiling fan that's been blowing for 25 years going. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just I don't know what to say, Dave. Air conditioning. I
Yeah.
just
Jamie, have we got air conditioning in this country?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, in people's houses, apart from like buildings and offices, in people's houses, no one's got AC, have they?
No, not unless you've got like some big mansion thing.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. See, because we're real men. We can take the heat. We just sit in a puddle of sweat because we're real men. Not like you poncy Canadians with your, hey, got my AC on because I'm hot. I'm all hot.
Well, I think Americans are worse for it. I think it's more of an American thing.
It is. And Mexico. My sister went to Mexico about 10 years ago. She said it was wall-to-wall AC units everywhere. You couldn't move for AC. Ridiculous.
Well, you know, global warming and all that, we know who to blame them, don't we?
We do know who to blame, yeah. All the Mexicans.
Fucking hell, Don's had a shave.
Yeah, I did.
yeah.
He's had a bit of a trim up. Suits
I
him.
have to say, it's a little warm in my room right now. I'm gonna turn the air conditioning on.
Oh, God. These Americans. I don't know, Jamie.
I don't know if you can actually see, I don't know if it comes out that well on the thing, but the colour of my face after I've spent like the last 3 days in the sun.
You do look very red. Compared
yeah.
compared to me, I'm basically a ghost.
So how many drivers do you think end up in Wall of Champions this week?
I
We were just talking about that.
Yeah, I said that a minute ago. 5, I reckon, is my prediction. 5 throughout practice.
My guess is
qualifying race.
3.
He's 3.
I think Latifi, Stroll, and Mick
Hopefully
Schumacher.
Max.
Good predictions. I think so too.
Or even if it isn't the Wall of Champions, you know the oh God, what is it? Like, you know, like the S before the hairpin, the right hand, left hander.
Yeah.
And there's the wall on the right hand side.
Where a lot of us fucked out in our league race on Monday. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, you'll get someone into that as well. Usually they just like kiss their tyres on it, like as they're coming out of that corner.
What
Now,
do
do
you
you
want
think
to
it's going to be a Red Bull or Ferrari dominance this week? Who do you think is going to perform better?
No, Ferrari can get their shit together. The track is more suited to the way their car's been. Their car's got great balance. It hasn't got, obviously Red Bull have got the speed, but the Ferrari's got great balance, and that's what's given them the edge at some tracks. So if they can get their shit together, then one of them should be up there.
Yeah, it's never failed with Ferrari. Either choking on the strategy, their drivers choking on the track, or they just can't make it to the end of a race.
What's another thing they could be choking on, Don?
Really, Joe?
I think, well, see, let's just put this out there right now. What did I say this time last week? I said that George Russell would get a podium, and I actually said 3rd place, and George Russell came 3rd in Baku.
He did. He did
So,
indeed.
This week, I'm going to say that both Red Bulls will be on the podium still, and I think Sainz will nick the other place. and I think
Hey,
Sainz.
not going with Leclerc.
No, I think he's going for a bit. I think Sainz will have an edge. He's got the more refined driving style. I think he'll be, if they can get it together and that car's quite nicely balanced, I reckon Sainz can do something this weekend.
Actually, I have a bold prediction. If anybody wants to hear it, because of course everybody wants to hear my opinion. I think it's going to be
Nicola Fox is in the chat.
Joe. Can we hold on to your love interest here? Okay, just hold on a second. I think it's going to be a wet weather race, and I think Lando Norris is going to end up on the podium.
I think you're a wet weather race. How's that sound?
What are you on about? The only thing that's wet is
Did
you.
you look at the weather? Hey Don, did you look at the weather forecast for Montreal this weekend?
No, I didn't, but it's so hot and humid over here that I think there's going to be a storm blowing in, probably a little bit east of me. So yeah.
If Lando Norris gets pole, I will send you $50 myself. There's no way on earth that is going to happen.
Oh, not pole, like a podium.
Dave, can you ask him to be on camera? I mean, what is this?
Yeah, come on.
What do you do?
I think he's scared. I think he's.
I'm sorry, but
I'm sure you said.
Holy shit! It's Ollie Jacks! Holy shit!
Damn.
I need to come and say hi.
Ollie doesn't want to see you do any weird shit, Joe.
All right.
Summertime.
Are we going to take our kit off?
Yeah,
It's
all
like the
got to take your
greatest
kit
night
off.
ever.
It's mandatory.
Yeah.
Mandatory.
Oh
on.
shit! Oh, here we go.
Nah, I'm joking.
What are we doing?
Yeah, we're doing. Have we got the same trousers on?
What's your channel turning into, Dave?
Oh shit.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, this is for Dave's fans. This is
What's
Ollie
Dom
Jack
doing?
in the
What's
chat.
Dom doing?
Oh God!
Dom,
Look
Jesus
out!
Christ, man.
I've closed my eyes now.
No, see, Dom.
Someone
always
with a bit
gotta
of
ruin
intelligence
everything.
who can actually have a conversation with about Formula One comes in the chat and then Dom starts fucking stripping off.
yeah,
Exactly.
Sorry, Jamie.
some sort of like weird animalistic
I'll do that.
defense mechanism, you know?
I just came in to say hi. That was it.
Well, welcome,
Oh,
Ollie. I
stay
think
now,
it's
dude.
the first time you've been here, isn't it? I think first
You
time.
can't
So
do that,
welcome.
Ollie. You got to stay now.
Dave, I'll do you a deal. After the Austrian GP, I'll do like a 2-hour special with you.
Nice. Right, I'll
How
write
about
that down. Austrian
Yeah,
GP.
write it down.
I'll write it down because otherwise I'll forget because I'm like that.
When is that,
Austrian.
Ollie?
July, is it? Or June?
Can't remember. Some guy from my work's going to it, and he has great pleasure in telling me every time I fucking see him. You know?
Yeah, I think it was June because I tried to get tickets and I could only get Friday and Saturday and not Sunday.
Yeah, the guy at I don't see the guy at my work that often, but he likes like mentioning it every time I see him, and I just want to like throw him onto the train tracks.
Where's Dom gone?
I don't know.
Right here.
Hopefully
Right
put
here.
some fucking
I think he's
clothes on.
camera shy.
We have a comment from Nicola Fox. Dave, can you
Nicola.
find out-
Say, can you just say that again? Nicola.
Can you say it? You
Nicola.
say it. Yeah, that's right. All right, Nicola.
Yeah.
Nicola Fox. All right, whatever.
That Dave and his mustache earlier, or whatever the fuck he was saying.
Yeah.
I was
Nicola, do
saying
you
it
want
correctly.
to stay closed?
It's
What's she
July.
saying?
It's July the 8th, Ollie, after Silverstone.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Matt in the chat
What
What was
says,
the comment,
"Well,
sorry, Joe?
Yeah,
Say
you
again?
get some questions for me, and we can do it.
okie dokie. I'll hold you to that, Ollie." Matt in the chat says, well, this stream is like an end of season house party. It is. It is. I agree. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 of us now. Well, 5.5 because the other one, Dom?
That's what happened when you have that Canadian named Dom in the chat.
What is Dom doing?
I don't know.
Dave, how do I get bigger? How do I get bigger on this screen?
Well, what you do, Joe, is you get your hand and you put it down your... Oh, sorry.
Sorry, guys. I was just trying to get like a little knot out of Stinky Baby's hair.
Nice. There you go.
Hey.
Nicola in the chat says, actually, I pronounced it right. I was right. Mustache. Stash. I don't know.
Dom,
Who's got mustache?
don't go to the Dom. Don't go to the dog tricks, man. Don't go.
Am I the only one here without any photos?
I think
I just
you are,
wanted her to
I
wait.
think you are.
Ollie, your camera froze on my end. Dave, you seeing that?
No, I've got him all right on my end.
Yeah, he's frozen on mine. He's frozen and his face looks crazy. Where's my phone? I'll take a picture of it.
No, I think he's just not, Joe. I think he's just not moving.
No,
Somebody on my screen has a spinning circle. I think it's Dawn.
he's definitely frozen. I'll take a picture of it. I have a stupid flash on. Hang on.
This was literally meant to be like 10 seconds high and then go.
All right, so I'll try to rotate.
Get rid of that dial-up internet you got, and then you won't have these problems.
Let's take a look here. Everybody else is coming in clear, and this is what I've got for Ollie.
I like a 10-year-old.
That's how you've been for 4 minutes. Now, I know Jamie says you're standing still, but come on, your hair's moving. So,
What? I'm shocked that Dom looks like he's aged like 20 years.
Yeah. Sorry
He
about that.
he doesn't moisturize. He's not using any anti-wrinkle cream.
And probably lost of a few brain cells.
No,
Are you
no
losing your hair, Dom?
Say again?
Are you losing your hair?
Yeah.
Fuck.
He's losing brain cells too, Ollie. Can't you tell?
Yeah, it's
It gets worse
getting
every
pretty
week.
bad always.
I just got a polo top on.
Yeah. Joe, stop smiling, you smug son of a bitch.
I'm not smiling because you lose hair. It's bad.
Dom.
Yeah, Dave.
Just look in the mirror, yeah, and imagine my picture at 50. That's you.
I'll remember that, Dave. Yeah, I'll check back in with you.
Well, the worst thing is the only reason Dom's losing his hair is because Joe started losing his, and he's like, "No, I've got to be like Joe."
That's right.
What the fuck are you doing, Dom?
Right, I'm gonna leave you now.
No, Ollie.
Ollie, let's just stick around. We need some more questions. And check the
You
chat.
can ask me 3 questions.
All right.
What's your podium prediction for the weekend?
Where are we? Canada?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, fucking hell. Red Bull 1-2 and then a Ferrari.
I said the same thing.
Oh,
What Ferrari?
Yeah, I
Ollie,
don't.
Ollie, what Ferrari?
Science probably.
So there you go. Me and Ollie have said the same thing. I said that Signs will pip Leclerc this weekend.
Hopefully you're wrong right after Red Bull. Hopefully Max puts it in World Champions.
I mean, Mercedes could. I don't know. Russell could get another podium. I don't know.
I predicted
wish
Russell
Mercedes-
last week, but I don't
I
think
will say
this
this,
week
I
they'll
wish
be the same.
Mercedes would stop with the shitty strategy and put Hamilton in traffic all the time. That shit's annoying.
All right. Second question.
When you getting a haircut?
Not for a long time.
Ollie, can you flick your camera on and off? Then I think I can see you. Because right now I've got nothing.
You just want to see me. That's it.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. That's what we're doing here. It's, it's a conversation. It's a vision. Oh, there you go. Yeah, now I can see him fine.
Dom's spinning on mine.
He's just always spinning. Don't worry about him.
No,
Yeah,
Second question.
Dave, have you ever done anything inappropriate with that vacuum cleaner?
No, it's got to be towards me because I'm going in a minute.
Oh, okay. What was the gayest experience you had with Dom?
He asked if we could share a bed.
That's so
that's
true.
technically
It's so
true. That's technically true, but the sleeping position is very important. I wanted to. I didn't want to. I didn't want to sleep on the floor, and I was just gonna go top and tail with, like it would be Ollie, Alex, me, and then Steph and Joe. You know what I mean? Like we would put the beds together, and then it would just be like Ollie, Alex, me, Steph, Joe, and
So
like
you put yourself between both girls.
I was literally just going to say, so basically you're trying to put yourself between Alex and Steph.
The thing is, like, I thought it would be appropriate to alternate genders. You know what I mean? Like, it makes sense. There's 3 guys, there's 2 girls. Like, why would you, like, what are you going to do? Put all the guys on one bed, put all the girls on the other bed? So I thought it would be appropriate and reasonable to go, like, Ollie, Alex, me in the middle, Steph, and then Joe on the outside. You know what I mean?
Why don't we put you outside the hotel room? On the balcony.
Well, I need somewhere to sleep. I still have back pain because you guys made me sleep on the floor, and I was sleeping like this.
Yeah, but Dom, that was your own fault because you knew you were going to stay in a hotel, yet you didn't bring a fucking airbed or anything.
You guys left me like this.
We didn't leave you like anything, man. You
You were
supposed to-
literally in a room whilst we were sleeping.
There's 2 beds. What did you think was going to happen?
Hey, Joe, remember when that dog was trying to stag him? Hey, remember when he put the 2 chairs together and tried to sleep?
Dom's getting molested by his dog.
You should have just gone into the bathtub.
What the fuck is that dog doing to Dom?
Hey,
He's trained the dog.
breaking news, everyone. We have Gomez in the chat. He says,
No!
gee, I
Shit,
walked
where's my
in.
shirt?
He says, gee, I walked in on Gay Thursday. Big fun.
What is the chances he comes in whilst I turn up? You know?
I know.
If
Now,
Gomez-
I'd just like to say that including the people in the chat, yeah, I've just worked out, we have half the ERL right here.
If Gomez comes into this, I will give you $50 donation. Gomez needs to come into this chat.
Gomez comes into this, I will support Jamie in giving you a $50 donation.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, I'll turn it.
What is this kid doing?
He's trying to work his way through life.
All right, last question then. I'll go.
Why have you got to go, Ollie? It's so important.
I gotta go to bed.
He's a high-paid guy. He doesn't just
What
come on-
time you got to get up?
6.
This is like the conversation you have when
I'll
you're
leave
9.
it out. It's only like you've got another
Well,
you
you
can
got
at
one
least
already?
till 11.
What's that?
It's like when you're little and you try to shame your buddy to stay out an extra half hour when he's got homework.
Oh, you don't want to stay out. Yeah, I gotta go places tomorrow, so I gotta get some sleep. You know? And Joe's advertising Coca-Cola, which is banned, isn't it?
Always Coca-Cola.
Stay there. No.
To be fair, I had Fanta. I think they're made by Coca-Cola, aren't they?
So does Gomez have any questions from the chat?
All right, I'll do it properly. And
Yeah, Gomez, have you got any questions
Yeah,
for
Uh,
the chat?
that's even worse.
Tell us in the chat. Gomez says, too lazy to set up camera, maybe next week. But I think that's great that we've got pretty much half the ERL right here. I think that's amazing.
we not got any females.
Apart from Nicola, no. We got Nicola in the chat,
Joe's
yeah.
got anything in it, Jamie? Are those empties?
Wait a minute.
They're actually both full.
What?
They're both full, and they're next to my. I'll just show you here if I can. They're next to my Extra Mile Gold Awards Southeastern winner 2021.
Nice.
Just saying.
Ain't got the same ones as me.
Just saying.
He has.
What's Dom doing? Get out.
That's my nice
No,
little trophy from work.
Wait a minute.
Ollie, Dom wants to try and be like you and Jamie.
There we go.
Yeah, see, I'm cool.
But it's not the same, is it? Because that's just a normal can of Red Bull, Dom.
Okay.
Actually, Dom's can's better because it don't have shitty Max Verstappen on it.
Oh, and my can is also labeled in French.
You copied me to the max.
Right, wait a minute. You got one of these?
No. What is that?
Yeah, see? It was,
Vicious.
just a present from Red Bull. And
That's
have you got a Red Bull cocktail book?
I don't have a Red Bull cocktail book. Wow.
There you go. Represent, mate.
Look at Dom's sad face.
Look at Joe's sad face.
Of course, Joe had to put on the sunglasses.
Red Bull, period.
Ollie, have you got an RB6 model?
I'll be right back, guys.
Have I got RB6?
Yeah, a model, because that'll really annoy Joe even more.
I do have it. I do have one.
Yes, go for it.
But it's not up here.
Oh, that's a shame.
You can see that if you want.
Yeah, yeah, we like to see that, wouldn't we, Joe?
You can see
helmet.
where I am.
Very nice.
The room that Ollie is currently in is a very, how can I put it? It's a very smart room with lots of very interesting artifacts and bits in it.
I'll give you a tour quickly. That'll be it.
Yeah, okay, Ollie,
Yeah, that's
go
a good
for it.
idea, Ollie. Yeah.
Go for
So
a tour.
like the
No.
There's a chair there. Look at the
Chair.
chair. Got a couple of bikes here.
Ooh.
usually the bikes ain't in there when I stay in there. But, Dom, can you just like
got some wheels here.
what is showing us his room, Dom? Give up for a minute.
What else can I show you? Hats, cars.
Oh, you got racing helmets? I need to get a racing helmet. Oh, they're Renault branded. Man.
That's a Kimi one. There you go.
Man, you got Kimmy's Lotus.
What else have I got?
I got STD.
Monster Energy hats.
I've got a bad case of Kimmy's Lotus.
Felix the cat. I got these.
Oh.
Check that guy out. Remember him?
Jamie
no, I
Elvis
don't
Wally.
remember him.
One of the greats.
Yeah, shame he retired, eh?
It is.
I got a Joe Plant shelf. It's up here.
Oh,
Sachet from Taco Bell where we went. Some baseballs. KCK.
Hey, Ollie, you're
Look at his
missing a
face. Look at his
restart
face. Nos cans he got me. There's some behind. That's about it, guys.
Yeah, Ollie, to make it a Joe Plant shelf, you need a sign that says restart.
Oh, I got a Pamela Anderson that we
Oh,
got from Toys R Us.
let me see your. Oh, yeah, I like that, Ollie.
Looks
Wow.
fit, mate.
Dom's over
what-
here like it's show and tell with his toy, waiting his turn.
There we got all the NASCARs, innit? More NASCARs here. And here. We got books, but I don't know if I'm allowed to show them, Dave.
No, I don't think you're allowed to show him, Molly.
Okay, we'll do a quick skim. We got vinyls.
Nice.
Bit of Motorhead.
Yeah. We got magazines. Book about badgers. Oh shit, not that one.
What was that top one?
Dave, I'm sorry if you get banned.
That's all right, Ollie. It happens a lot anyway, so don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. I've been subjected to all sorts of.
Yeah, that's it. Well, there's loads of other things, but it's still not sorted yet.
Nice. So come on in, Dom. Let's have a look at your RB6. You've been sitting there in the corner, all patiently waiting to show us. Come on in.
Dom, if your RB6 is that fucking Burgello shit, then it's not a fucking model.
Sorry, what did you say? You guys wanted to see my Red Bull model? My RB10?
That's not RB10? It's fucking. Look how dusty that thing is.
No, I wiped most of the dust off of it. Yeah, it's an RB10. The guy inside has really skinny arms. And yeah, this is the 2014 Red Bull model. This is this is not a championship winning car. So I mean, but it's cool. It's
What driver is it? Vettel or?
Well, it has the number 1 on it, which doesn't make any sense because, again, it wasn't a championship-winning
Yes,
car.
it does because Vettel
Yeah, it
won the
was.
championship in
It-
2013.
It's Vettel.
Before
It's
you-
Vettel. It's fucking moron.
Hey Dom,
God, this kid
Stop.
knows nothing, honestly.
remember that's when F1 also did. You got the number was based on where you finished in points.
Wasn't 20?
Because remember
Save it time.
Hamilton.
We'll laugh at it later.
Remember Hamilton was the first driver to use a number 1, then number 2, then number 3, then number 4 in 4 consecutive years.
Yeah,
Doesn't
I
know.
guess.
He doesn't know.
They didn't
Right.
have the number system.
Right, on that note of Dom not knowing anything about F1,
No, wait, didn't
per
the
usual.
turbo hybrid era start in 2013, and so 2012 was the last year that Red Bull won?
He starts in your apartment.
no!
No, Vettel
Whenever
won
you-
4 in a row, 2010 to 2013.
2014 is when it changed, and that's when Vettel went downhill
But-
after 2014.
Right, Jensen Button won the championship in 2009, right?
Oh, right. In the
And then the next 4 years was Red Bull.
Wait, real
Uh,
quick. What
best-
car did Jensen Button win with?
in the Braun.
Braun.
Which
Braun.
was previously what car?
Wait.
Spy car.
What was it called? In the Marusa. The Marusa.
What? That came after, you fuckwit.
Oh man.
Yeah, wasn't it called Ollie?
was
Wasn't
the
it called
Lotus. It
Virgin
was
or
the
something for
Lotus.
Marussia?
Yeah, it was, because I think if Joe would correct me, when I was in the Virgin, I think I had the best season ever in ERL.
Yeah, you did very well. Yeah, Dom, nothing.
And
you
then
said
it became
was correct.
and then it became Marussia after Virgin.
Yeah, and then it came that fucking terrible Manor or some shit like that.
No, the
Dom,
Manor car
Dom,
was the
Dom.
greatest.
No, it
Dom.
was the Honda.
Yeah, I was just about to say you drive one, you plum.
Yeah, in 2008, it was a Honda factory team.
It's a Honda Fact.
What
You
is
remember
that
the Honda-
fucking
Do you
shit you're
remember-
holding?
Do you remember the Honda factory team? Do you remember what it looked like?
It was a white car with some red on it.
What? That was Super Guri.
It had a picture of the
Yes,
Earth on it, Dom.
yeah.
It was the
Oh,
Earth
no,
car.
he is right. In 2004, it had white and red.
Yeah,
Lucky
but he's-
Strike, didn't it?
Ollie, he's just bullshitting because he knows the Japanese flag. That's what he's doing. He thinks he's clever.
Oh, I got these pack of cards, if you ever seen them.
Wow, Dom, your RB10 is really cool. Yeah, I'm gonna put it away now.
You seen these, Joe?
I can't. For some reason, your screen is frozen on this chiseled man's face. I can't see any further.
Look, Kevin Harvick in this looks like Joe.
Well, I'm still on a mission to find a picture of when I look like Jeff Gordon, but I'm having trouble.
Because you never look like him.
Yeah, thank you, Ollie. Saying he looks like Jeff Gordon is an insult.
No,
to
he
Jeff
looks
Gordon.
like Tom Cruise.
I look more like Jeff Gordon than you guys.
Yeah, but you look more like Tom Cruise than Jeff Gordon. And I'd rather take looking like Tom Cruise any day than fat Jeff Gordon.
I used to be Jeff Gordon. I used to look like that. I don't.
Right, we gotta go.
Okay, thanks, Ollie.
All right, Ollie. Thanks for stopping in. The ratings doubled.
Yeah,
Oh,
bye,
oh,
Ollie.
So, Joe,
Before you go,
all I
real
gotta
quick,
say is
Don, I
don't
wanna ask
ever
you-
insult Jeff Gordon like that again. Saying you
Yeah,
look
I'm not done
like
with you,
him,
Don.
too.
I'm going to continue this, but Dom, I wanted to ask you. Before Red Bull was Red Bull, what was the team?
Red Bull became Red Bull in
Red Bull became Red Bull.
2004. No. They were founded in 2004, and they took over the Benetton.
Good night, Dom.
Night.
See you later, buddy.
No, it was Renault. It was Renault because no, never mind.
Because the more you talk, you realize it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Just take your time and relax and think it through. What was a team on the grid back then that wasn't there the following year? You remember?
I don't know. I'm not an F1 fan. I don't know. You know,
I didn't want
you know
it to
what
come
makes me happy? I think
boys.
in 40 years, there's going to be some 20-something-year-old kid that I'm playing with online, and he's
What?
going to be like, "Oh yeah, back in 2016, there was this blue and orange car. Yeah, it was called the da-da-da." And then I'll be like, "No, it was actually called the Manor," and then we'll all laugh at it.
You and the 20-year-old kid?
No, like the ERL will still be around.
Well, that's,
You know,
not
I'll
how
be
you, that's not how you wrote the story. The story was you, 46 years old, and a 20-year-old kid are playing alone, apparently. And all of a
No,
sudden,
Sounds
he's
dodgy.
ignorant of everything and wants to tell you about the history of things.
nah, forget it.
Wait,
What's his name going to be?
Dom 26.
Yeah,
I don't know.
How old are you, Dom?
27.
Oh, shit, all
Why
right.
do you look 40?
It's all those,
I need to moisturize.
it's all those years he's spent, with a real Canadian job being a cookie maker rather than those guys that, the lumberjacks.
Yeah.
I would be willing to bet in defense of Dom's position, he has to bake cookies all day with these girls talking about social stuff and Netflix and things. I mean, honestly though, that has to be tough. That's gotta be tough.
Just
Hey,
a
Dom.
curious question. When Dom comes to your house, is Emily usually cranky all weekend when he's there?
No, that's unfortunately not the case. She actually enjoys him.
Because I thought Emily would cry all weekend because she has
No.
to see Dom.
She likes him.
Nope.
She thinks he's funny.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
She but she can't talk yet, can she, Joe?
Well, she talks, but it doesn't make any sense to me.
She probably, or she could be just happy and laughing because of how funny Dom looks.
She could also be.
Could be
She
a
could also be
possibility.
just being polite and not want to hurt his feelings, and like every time he comes over, she just does the cute little smile so that he doesn't feel bad about himself, and then.
Do you know what would be really funny if in a few years' time, when she learnt to talk, that she actually one day recited that dirty poem that Dom started singing to her the other week? That would be the best laugh ever, I think, wouldn't it?
I think that would be a good laugh. I think that would be a good laugh.
A couple things, Dave. If she's not talking it by
I
the
still
end of the
can't
year,
believe
that's
you did
devastating.
that, Dom.
Did you see he wrote her a book, too.
I made her a book.
You want
Christmas.
to see the book? Let me show you the book.
Yeah, let's see the book.
This went totally off F1. No, but why Joe's doing that? What's the deal? What the hell is FIA going to do with this proportion issue? I saw something about it. I just didn't read about it.
Yeah, I said it earlier when I come on. I've got the article. Let me bring it back up again.
Without the whole fucking article thing, because I read some of it and I was just like, what the fuck are they on about? What is like the, just the easiest form of what they're actually doing? What they're going to change the regulations?
It looks like it, Jamie. Yeah. Which
I
obviously.
read a bit of it.
Yeah. It's obviously
Yeah,
gonna...
I read a bit of it earlier. I was at work and all the trains were delayed for about fucking an hour, and I was quite
When's
busy.
that start? When's the reg thing?
I don't know. It obviously won't be this weekend because it's far too quick. I mean, they're already there at Canada, aren't they? So it's not. But it could, if they're going to change the regs, it could be really quick. So it could be for the next round. Yeah.
It's absolute bollocks, to be honest.
Well, Lulu won again, though, Jamie, didn't he? Lulu won again. Oh, we back's hurting.
It's fucking unreal, honestly. It's absolutely
It wasn't
unreal.
just Lewis
At the
complaining.
end of the day, right, they made a shit car, so every race that they go to, they have to fucking lower it so fucking much that's why they get the porpoising. Because if they didn't have it that low, then they'd probably be in about 15th. But that's their problem. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's no one else's problem.
All right, so I have the book now.
Go for it. Oh, and nice socks.
Thank you.
Oh, you're gonna just select the pages. I see how it is.
Yeah. So it's a story.
Well, what's the book called?
The book is called, I don't know how well you can see that, Muppy Muppy.
Muppy Muppy.
And I'll read it to you guys, and I'll where the illustrations are relevant. Muppy Muppy says hello. Muppy Muppy ready to go. Muppy Muppy upside down. Muppy Muppy on the town.
He's in the back seat of the car. He's on the town,
Muppy Muppy next to Kaylee. Muppy Muppy, stinky baby.
So he made a book about his dog.
Right. So far, so good. I mean, nothing's right. It's a children's novel.
Muppy Muppy ripperoo. Muppy Muppy needs to poo.
Oh, well. Okay, did I take a picture of a dog defecating? Yes, I did. But I mean, it rhymed.
Muppy Muppy, doofy duppy. Muppy Muppy, little puppy.
Now, I'm sorry, you were stretching it a bit there with the doofy duppy.
Muppy Muppy, does he fit? Muppy Muppy does a sit. That's my wife. Muppy Muppy on the PlayStation. Muppy Muppy cross the nation.
He's wearing a Canada shirt. Across the nation.
So far, so good. Very cute book for a kid to read.
To be fair, this is well put together. Like,
Yeah, it really is. It was very thoughtful, and Dom is a nice guy. So here we go. It's just fun to make fun of him. He's yet okay. Muppy Muppy on probation. Muppy Muppy masturbation.
You did not put that. What?
He did.
The funniest part about this is the dog was literally just jerked off.
You're so fucking weird. You're so fucking...
This was for a sperm sample, so I could freeze it, so I could, if I were down the road wanted to breed him later on, I could. And that's the face he had the whole ride home.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. You relate to that, Dave? Just walking around all day with your tongue hanging out after a busy visit? Muppy Muppy squeaky toy. Muppy Muppy needy boy. Oh boy.
Oh no.
Muppy Muppy likes his jumps. Muppy Muppy bumps and humps.
What the hell is my dog doing? What the hell is going on here?
Muppy Muppy such a delight. Muppy Muppy says goodnight.
Oh my God.
And that,
well, yeah.
that's Muppy Muppy by Dominic Orlando. If any of your viewers, Dave,
Well
are
done,
looking
Dom.
to speak with the author or have another book made, I mean, he's your guy. He seems to be fairly competent.
Yeah, you should sell that on
wonderfully made
eBay,
book.
Dom.
What? So, Joe, while we're on
Yeah.
this book hunt, what did Steph think of the book?
She cried. She liked it. I mean, because that's the thing. That's the thing. Dom is a sensitive guy, and he knows how to do sensitive, nice things. And I thought the humor in here was good. When it's time for Emily to read this, and I have to explain to her masturbation, that's Dom's fault. But I will. When she's 4 years old and she reads this, I will explain it to her, Dom. And that's your.
No, that's too young. Too young.
If this is when she's going to read it, 4, 5, 6 years old. You want to explain it to her? Let's take a vote.
No,
Who should explain it to her when she gets to page 9?
just skip page 9.
You can't do that with a kid, Dom. You know that. She's going to want to know what Muppy was doing in that picture. She's going to sound it out like they do. She's going to want to know what masturbation is.
I don't know what to tell you, Joe. I guess you want me to explain it to her? No, you explain it to her.
What do you think, Dave?
What?
Unbelievable.
So, Dom,
Dave,
what made
maybe-
you put that in a children's book?
Dave, maybe you should be the judge. Who should explain masturbation to Joe's daughter? Should it be me or should it be Joe?
Well, I think the writer of the book should explain everything that they put in their own book, basically.
Right, yeah, the author should explain
Yes.
his work to the reader. Right.
Exactly,
So,
yes.
Not when she's going to be reading that book when she's like 4 years, well, 2, 3 years old.
No, she'll read it when she's like 4, 5, or 6.
Why not 3 or 4? 2, 3.
I don't think kids read 2 or 3 years old.
And Don,
Yeah, but you can
What
read
made
them
you
books.
put that-
Oh no,
in
I'm
the
not
book.
going to read it to her, Jamie. I want her to experience this with her own ability to interpret words on the page. This is an important milestone. When she takes this to school in front of the other 6-year-olds and she gives it to the teacher to read,
Take it. She can take it for like World Book Day. She can
Yeah.
dress up as a dog.
Yeah,
She can dress up as a. She can like dress up as a dog and take it to World Book Day.
Yeah. and she hands it to her teacher, maybe it'll be like in a big assembly with the principal of the school in front of all the students.
Like,
Muppy Muppy by Dominic Orlando.
Let's hope she just doesn't copy all the actions in it. Like,
Yeah. No proofreading first. I hope she just goes right. I mean, it looks easy enough. What could go wrong?
What made you put that in the book, Dom?
Did your mom see this?
no, she didn't actually.
Where's your mom? Is she home?
No, my mom can't see that book.
Bring your mom, bring your mom downstairs. I'll put my pants back on, and I'll read her.
No, I can't. But my mom cannot know that I put that in a book.
Tom, come on. You wrote a beautiful. There's nothing to be ashamed of.
What?
Yes, there is.
Yeah,
I put, to answer your question, Don, I put that in the book because A, I know Joe and Steph's humor, and B, because it's funny, and it rhymed really well. And again, there's a good picture there to reference kind of what happened. So it's kind of a joke. So, but I never intended this book to be read aloud to a school or put in a public library. You know what I mean? This is bumps and humps. We can't teach that to kids yet.
Well, can I ask your mom to define bumps and humps to me? I'm a little confused. Maybe it's like a Canadian term.
No, because when Marty's going at your leg,
you want me to text her?
No,
really,
Jesus Christ.
bumps, you know what I mean?
Dom, do you want me to message her?
No, please don't. Please don't.
Dom, come on.
Please. I will.
What will you do?
Please,
why are you panicking?
I will donate $5 to Dave's chat if you please do not send that.
Listen, I just want to give the viewers the quality they expect in Dave's broadcast.
just take a picture of the front cover and be like, "Oh, look what Dom gave to me. It's so nice."
Yeah, and she'll probably follow it up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where is she? Oh, I got Dom's sister here. I should ask her.
No.
Let's see. We got, does that show up on there? No.
Not well.
Not well. But anyways, I do have her here. I could ask her if she's ever heard of Dom's story he wrote. Where is your mom? Is she upstairs?
I don't know, to be honest.
What do you think, Dave? Do you think his mom should know about it?
I think the whole family, to be fair.
No.
Dom, this can't be any worse than when you came clean last summer about that big secret you were hiding.
No, to be fair, it wouldn't be as bad as that.
What was your big secret, Dom? Can we? You don't use the actual word. I don't want to get Dave in trouble.
Yeah.
What did you do in secret that you did not have permission from your mom to do?
I gained immunity to
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Well, immunity to a certain extent.
Did you pick up your V card?
Wait, say again?
Did you pick up a V card?
Yeah. Well, not that V card. The other V card.
And as far as I understand, your mom was very much against the V card, correct? So this caused a lot of really hilarious, or more respectfully, a difficult tension in the home. Hilarious to me, difficult for you, as you lied to your mother twice about having received your V card while you hugged her.
Yeah.
Gave birth to you. I saw what it's like. I saw what it's like for a woman to give birth, Dom.
I don't know what to tell you.
It's not easy.
It's not something I'm proud of. It's something that I've learned from.
So don't you think your mom deserves to know you in a more transparent way? Don't you think she deserves to know the kind of stories you write for a 3-month-old girl?
Yeah, you're right.
All right,
Get your money.
Go get that woman and bring her downstairs.
No.
Dave, what would that do for your ratings if you got Shelly Orlando on here?
Oh, skyrocket,
Oh
skyrocket.
my God, hell no. Not over my dead body.
I mean, there's nothing else I can do here, Dave. I mean, what do you? I mean, I want to help you with the ratings, but I mean, I can't just keep taking off more clothes. You know,
I
I
know.
feel like you know.
No, this is a hard no, guys. This is a hard no.
Why don't you just like because I'm not giving Dave money for nothing. Why don't you go up there and be like, Mum, I've got to tell you something.
Oh yeah, that's it. Real serious.
I've played Grand Theft Auto.
No. No, she wouldn't care now.
Or what about Call of Duty? Mum, I've played it. I don't
No,
just
like,
sit,
No,
be
it was a thing back in 2015, like in 2014 it bugged her, but now she doesn't care about that stuff anymore.
She thinks you sit down there playing like, I don't know, Final Fantasy and
No. She knows for example, I play Apex Legends quite a lot. She knows I play that.
That's still a kid's game.
Well, I mean, there is shooting in there and blood. Maybe it's not like a super serious shooter, but I mean, still the concept is there. No, I remember she was back in 2015. It was the winter of 2014, 2015. And she saw me playing Call of Duty Black Ops 2, the zombies mode. And she was pretty disgusted by it. She was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so bad for your brain. There's so much violence." Jamie.
Why do you have your camera on your dog?
Well, because I mean, to be honest, I think my dog is much easier to look at than I am. But I mean, if you miss me that much, I can turn the camera around. But I
might just send her a link to this stream and be like,
no, no. That's a hard no. Well, what are ways that Dominic Orlando can improve on this week so that next week when I call on Hookster Talks, everybody will say, "Wow, Dom, you are so cool."
Probably just not turn up.
Not turn up? Okay, that's one option. Maybe I'll just stick to Dave's chat. Well, speaking of Dave's chat, Dave, we haven't read any comments as of recent.
You're quite right, we haven't. I was just waiting for my tablet to charge up.
I don't think there is a lot in there. I did see.
Joe, what the hell are you wearing?
It's just, Dave, like...
You're about to go play football or something, Joe?
No, put on my shorts.
Well, soccer in your... Yeah, but what about those socks?
Oh, the shorts are backwards. Hang on a sec.
No, the socks, Joe. It looks like you're wearing soccer socks.
These are just my regular socks. I wear them every day.
Jesus, they go halfway up your shins.
Why?
Yeah.
Why have you got two pairs of pants on? Well, two pairs of why?
No, this is my underwear, Jamie.
Why? Yeah. Why does your underwear go down to your knees?
I like it that way.
What?
Is Nicole on, Dave?
She is, and she sent several messages. One of them she sent is, "This is a fantastic Hookster Talks." So there you go.
Oh, these are just my underwear. I like it. It keeps everything nice and compact, and I like when it stays on my legs. I'll let you try a pair if you come over.
Look, they just look. I don't know. It must be a weird American thing. I don't wear like underwear that goes down to my knees.
Well, I like it. I like it as low as it'll go. You know?
I don't even know
See,
what to say.
I throw them away when they start to ride up.
What brand underwear is that? Hanes?
You sicko. Don't ask somebody what kind of underwear they wear.
I've got Calvin Klein's on at the moment.
We got any more comments, Hookster?
Yeah, we got any questions, Dave?
Yeah, Matthew says fair play for admitting your secrets, Dom.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah, I don't see anybody else spilling their secrets.
I'll spill any secret I've got. I'm the transparent as they come.
Matt says he loves dogs. Nice one, Matt.
How is he getting fans? I have dogs.
Matt also says Joseph looks pretty cool now, as always. But does he feel any pressure from Dom after Dom won his home race on Monday?
Ooh.
No, not at all. Dom did a good job, and I made a mistake.
So you're saying you don't feel any pressure from me?
No, I'm still the best.
And modest, too.
That was one absolute mess of a race on Monday. Still
I
not.
We go to a shitty track this Monday.
I thought China was relatively popular.
China sucks.
China's a good track. You just think everything sucks. China's decent. I won't be there. I'll be there the week after.
At Austria.
Yeah. I look forward to, for some reason, not being able to utilise my PS5 pad with a game.
So Jamie, your steering wheel is at your mom's house because there's not space to set it up there?
Yeah, we're just trying to have a bit of a clear out, you know. I had to take it over there. Plus, not using it that often, you know. I wouldn't mind if I used it like every day, or well, not every day, but you know what I mean. But like, I've still got my chair here because my chair folds away neatly, and then. But I took the wheel off it and then took that over to my mum's, yeah. If F122 is a good game, then I might bring it back.
Yeah, all right, good. Very good.
But I really do hope that we manage to move on to F122. I seriously hope we do.
Yeah, as do I. I certainly, I'd be surprised if we didn't, but you never know. But I think it looks pretty good so far. From what I understand, there's no more random spin-outs on the curbs, Dave, I read. I'm sorry,
sorry to interrupt. I thought you were done your point. I was going to say I watched Lando Norris play it a little bit. Yeah, he was at Silverstone, and he was taking the curbs pretty aggressively, and he wasn't having trouble handling the car. So it's looking pretty good.
I'm sorry, but I can't go on that at all because that video's pre-made to make the game look good. I'm not going on that. Do you think on F121 they had a video of him going around and spinning out all the curbs? I don't think so.
Yeah, Dom, are you trying to spread propaganda on Dave's stream?
No, but I was looking at his inputs and I was looking at the way he was hitting the curbs, and I mean, to your point, Jamie, I mean, in F121, they wouldn't post a bad video of an F1 driver spinning out on curbs, but maybe the F1 driver would have done a little bit of practice and taken the track a little bit differently and maybe not touch the curbs, and you know what I mean? Maybe not show the flaws of the game, but I feel like I was happy with the footage. Yes, Dave.
I think so far it does look quite neat. Well, it looks quite smart. But I want all the little things to work. I want the safety car to work. I want the flags to work. like, because that really, if we have stuff like that in our races, it's really gonna change it up and basically enchant what we've already got, you know.
Right.
But we'll see. We shall see.
David, what is the oops, we don't want this to autoplay. Dave, what is the age range on this chat? I'm just curious.
Well, on my channel,
Hmm.
well, my most popular is 16 to 24.
Okay, all right. So then I won't show this, but I found a video that's really special to Dom, in case anyone's actually wondering. It's called. Are you ready, Dave? It's called Jungle Heat 720p.
No. No.
What's it about, Dom?
It's about. I want to make sure nobody's listening. It's about a hunter who is who is looking for a mythical creature called the Man-Eater, or
I can play the audio, Dave. Right? I can do that.
Oh yeah.
yeah, you can play the so there's this hunter.
Just the beginning scene. Jungle Heat. That's right.
Why do you have to do this? Why?
I have it muted for the little 5-second ad.
Dave looks curious. Has that curious look on his face?
Can you hear it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of Jungle Heat. I'm your host, Brad Heat. It's been over 12 days since we last saw civilization. I'm using my trusty hunting rifle, Conswula, to bag myself a legendary creature. The locals call it the Orange Devil, Man-Eater, and even the Swallower. I hear something. This is it. Ah! It's over there. Too fast. No!
No, come on.
Help! I'm saving myself from my beautiful fiance.
Okay, well that's about where I'm gonna stop that.
No.
Oh man, that's the first 60 seconds.
Was that Dom doing that?
No, that's Dom's favorite adult video. That is Dom's favorite adult video.
It's not. It's not. It is not.
How upset would you be if your mom found out about Jungle Heat?
Jesus Christ.
Dave, sometimes I just picture like it accidentally being on his phone while he's at dinner with his grandmother and his mom and his dad and all this shit. And then that soundtrack, that do.
Oh my God.
Looking for the Man-Eater.
No, man.
Well, she found him, Dave. I won't spoil the whole story for you, but she finds him.
I get you. Anyway, gentlemen, I've got to wrap it up now.
Comments, Dave?
All right. Yep. I'll catch you guys later. And see you on Monday.
Matt says don't let him bully you, Dom.
Oh,
sorry, what?
Can I ask a question here, Dave, real quick? I'm not bullying Dom as much as him and I take turns at this banter. You see, I pointed out Jungle Heat, but he didn't hesitate to point out the time that let's see, what the hell was it? Oh,
Hard time remembering, huh?
That I hugged his sister's breast, or that
you mentioned that, not me. You keep bringing it up.
It's mutual, Dave. Tell Matt, or Matt, if you can hear me, it's mutual banter. And he did try to poison me many times with food.
Nicola says, Dom's laugh makes me laugh.
Aw, thanks, Nicola. Joe's pissed.
Nicola, I dress up for you.
Well, yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know. But yeah, that's a good laugh.
Is that the general consensus, Dave? That they feel sorry for him?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
How I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah, thanks to Maggie and Nicola Fox in the chat. Always nice seeing you.
Always nice to meet you. How many times have you met them?
No, always nice to see you is what I said.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, it's okay.
No,
The banter goes two ways, right? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, Matthew, just so you know, he if he ever comes over to your house, he's liable to try to break into the bathroom if your wife's using the shower. So,
That was a complete accident.
it's not. You can't accidentally try to break into a room. No one's accidentally ever
I
broken.
purposefully broke into a room that I didn't know your wife was in.
Even though I said my wife is in here taking a shower and you heard her voice.
I thought you were lying. I thought you were like I thought I heard her downstairs.
You thought you heard her downstairs in the bathroom.
No, I heard her downstairs like 10 minutes before, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna."
Did you take a dump in my toilet and then try to wipe yourself with paper towels and break my toilet?
No. Oh wait. Yes.
Yeah, I remember that story on ERL.
And then you forced me to stick my hand in there.
No. You voluntarily stuck your hand in the toilet.
I'm sorry, Dave.
What'd you say, sorry?
I put up with so much, you know. And then to see the viewers side with him, it's all politics.
And on that note, we should call it there. Now, Nicola says, thanks for dressing up for me. I don't know who that's reference to, but whoever it is.
Oh, that's a reference to Joe.
Joe.
That'll make him happy.
And I'd like to say thank you very much for joining me tonight, gentlemen.
Fine.
To Joe and to Dom and Don.
Yeah.
And to Jamie.
Thanks.
I hope you've all been entertained tonight, and I will join you again. Thank you, lads. See
Thanks,
you all
everybody.
Monday.
Good night.
Bye. Wow, that was something. I'm going to take the headphones off now. Ow. Thanks to everyone in the chat tonight. Matthew says, naughty Don. Bye, Dave. Bye, Nicola and everyone else. Thank you for everyone in the chat tonight. Matthew D'Souza was in there. Nicola Fox was in there. Who else did we have? JW97 was in there as well. And Gomez was in there. Thank you, Gomez. And I think that was everybody. No, Will F1 was in there. Scott Barnes as well. I'm just scrolling up the screen. And the Iron Patriot was in there. Helium Trophy, of course, as well. There you go. Well, that has been another thing on your Thursday night. Yes. Thanks, everyone, for me and Mr. TB. As I say, it's baking hot right now in the UK. So we're going to have a little lie down in a pool of water, aren't we, TB? Yes, a little pool of water. Have a little brush off. And I will see you for another video. Thank you, everyone. You've been awesome as always. And I'll catch you in the next video.